Now, before I get started, I'll probably make multiple videos, probably 2 or maybe 3 videos, maybe a couple of days separate because I'm still waiting for more information of Villainous. If you don't know what I'm talking about, San Japan con in Texas that Alan will appear and talk to the fans, but also show up all the new English voice actors who take up the roles of the English version of Villainous, specifically all 3 different spin-offs. If you don't know what's going on or a little confused, basically Alan, the creator of Villainous, got screwed over by Cartoon Network. It's because they will not drop the final 5 episodes to end their sort of contract with Alan. But Alan is tired of this, that he decided to do spin-off series to go around and abridge the story to allow him to continue the franchise. This is the reason why Alan wanted to do indie, so he can allow him to tell more stories. He also gave new merch a more story of the original Villainous. This is basically plan B. Of course, a lot of things are going on San Japan Con, so I will break it down. But first video I will break down is sort of all the new merch. The second video will probably be the English voice actors and the situation, what I think they're going to do with the spin-off series. But that's later on the second video. For right now, this video is all about the merch. Before I continue on, my name is Recho. I like to talk about animation, not just animation, the reviews, first impressions, cartoon theories, or sometimes, if I have some spare time, cartoon breaking news. Now, you like how it's going, like to help my channel, put a like, comment, and subscribe. That's the only thing you need to do. If not, that's fine. If you do, thank you. Because of you, I'm getting to my main goal of 2,000 subscribers. And yes, I'm getting close every single day because of people like you. People put like, comment, and share. Thank you. Now, let's break down of all the new merch of Villainous. Now, let's get started. Now, this whole thing started kind of good, at least what I understand what's going on X, because Alan supposed to be on San Japan, but something ironic happened. That I mean, his sort of when he went to the airport, they just could not do the right timing. Something might run specifically. I think kind of vague, but in other words, he just could not make it on Japan. So plan B, he uses sort of a robot machine using his own face talk to the fans, and also showing some of the merch. Yes, it's sort of ironic. It feels something from sort of a comic show or sort of sitcom, in other words. But what's more, that's how what happened to Alan, and the reason why he could not fully officially make it. But anyway, he did show a lot of merch in San Japan on his own Twitter page. But interesting enough, if you're a fan of Villainous, we don't really have that much merch to actually be proud of because of the direction of Cartoon Network, because they didn't know what they actually wanted or gonna make merch or not. It's sort of a mess, in other words. And this is sort of a surprise. We actually finally have actual merch. I mean, to be fair, we did have Miss sort of statue that they were selling in San Japan, but all of that, not much besides the books. If you want to know more about Villainous, but trying to get all the books, or at least a translated English version of it, because that book gives more lore in the Villainous universe. But other than that, let's start with the first kind of merch or thing they have in San Japan. Now, the first thing is actually the sort of cutout boards in San Japan of basically some of the main leads of Villainous. There'll be basically Black Cat, Demencia, Dr. Flood, Miss Seed, and J-Lo. All 3 of them reappear, but all of them are kind of really built. It's like some of the sizes sort of unusual, but at the same time you get what they have this sort of strange size cutouts that a lot of fans were kind of laughing their ass off. At least they're excited they have something to show off of this sort of fandom, because it is sort of well made, besides being just cardboard and showing up what type of show this really is. And you can find the image of basically Alan on his Twitter page and finding the all 3 cardboards. But there's not much to say. Just so the weird part of all of them are very weird sizes that you're wondering why they did that, but you see the designs, you kind of get why they chose that designs. But all of them look pretty good. Just the sizes are just sort of off. I don't know that's the exact feet size of the original characters. I highly doubt it. I guess because how each different character have a very unique sort of size body, so they have to do a little extra stuff to make them stand up in a cardboard design. But that's all I can say. Now let's talk about the next sort of merch of this San Japan Con. Now, the exciting thing about the merch, we actually finally have shirts. Not one, but 5. Like the first one I see, especially Dr. Flood, starting seeing his sort of face, but what he looks like in design, like mapping him what he actually is inside the bag. It's a sort of fun shirt that everybody really does enjoy. Now, the second one is, I guess, kind of fan favorite because you see Black Hat kind of showing in contrast so you can sell his soul. And that's sort of a red color design to make it more dangerous but yet effective. Now the next one is probably Demencia, destroying everything around her, showing her she's sort of kind of dangerous, but sort of like a Japanese way, how she should sort of kind of not sitting down completely, just sitting down with her not nails, elbows down the floor, but that has sort of wickedness that works so well of her design, especially how everything's sort of white, but the only thing is red is her tongue and her hair, and everything just sort of almost comic book whiteness. They make her more terrifying, but yet design wise it really lands what Dementia really is, and it just works so well. Now you have other 2 shirts, the 2 heroines, that would be Miss Seed and J-Lo. Now Miss Seed is pretty simple. It's always about her, and her beauty, and the design really pushed it off. It was so well designed, simple, but did similarities as Dementia. Just let the pink to pop out. Everything is white to describe how she's sort of kind of fake, but yet very beautiful and deception. And this, I think this is why this shirt really does work. It's not my favorite, but 100% sure a lot of people will buy this. Of course, I forgot to mention how much this shirt cost. If I'm correct, it was around $30 per shirt, and I think that's a decent price for a con. I don't know what you think about. Now the last shirt of this sort of one is sort of J-Lo. If you know who is J-Lo, she's sort of the sidekick hero who got fired of the first episode of Villainous, and she became sort of fan favorite last couple of years. Her design, her gelatin design, how pure she is in trying to do her best and believes in the law, that makes her so well stand out, especially her gelatin design that she's super yellow. And this one shirt captured so well that sort of youthful youngness, belief, and justice. And now that they completely nailed that shirt. I really enjoyed that sort of design of this. Now let's go to the next type of merch. Now this specific merch that a lot of fans were kind of really excited, but you kind of get it because Villainous trying to be indie and trying to sell merch, but they decided first to sell a collectible statue of Miss Seed, and a lot of people were complaining they wanted sort of super merch like keychains. And this is the thing what fans really wanted, because people really went crazy with this type of keychains, because you have very almost chibi sort of design for each single character. In fact, a lot of fans were sort of breaking down design, color, and the things they chose for instruments they can play, describe their own personality. In fact, if you want, I could break down each one of them in a separate video. Tell me down below if you're interested in the instrument of me to talk about this specific sort of fact of the character designs of the keychains. Now, each keychain presents the most popular characters. One is her Dr. Flood, second Miss Seed, using I guess herself or something that I can't really see in the design, but the other one is sort of Miyamoto playing the drums, Dementia playing the guitar, Black Hat is sort of the maestro, and J-Lo just playing her own hands as sort of a, I guess, guitar-ish in a way. You could tell me down below what kind of instrument Jello kind of use, but all of them are actually pretty adorable and cute that I wanted to collect them, all of them. I don't know you, how you felt about the keychains. You enjoyed it or not? Now let's talk about the next merch. The most interesting one is the collectible cards, because let's face it, this is something new that Villainous not yet attempted to sell, but it's just so visually interesting. Each single design just really pop out. For example, J-Lo, shirt design just nailed her sort of expression, her design that she could flex and move different things because she missed a Johnson. Her card does stand out, that sort of justice feel. You also have dementia, the destruction, the madness. Her design that she should be feared knocks it out of the park. You also have Dr. Flood, the sort of mysterious attention, the person who just sits down and plan things with sort of behind the scenes sort of red dots. We don't know what they are. Some people believe it's probably 505 behind the scenes, just seeing his red eyes turning on. And you also have the most dangerous one, Miss Seed, dominating you on her own boat, controlling her, but yet see her sort of cockiness nailed perfectly in design. You also have the final card of this collection, Black Cat, and damn, he looks badass. I really want that card. In fact, I want all of them. I don't know how expensive they are, but yet I hope one day I collect all 5 of them, because it's sort of worth collecting. But of course, some fans are a little scared because they believe this is sort of con exclusive. If you don't know what that means, basically this is the only time you will see these cards, and they become sort of legendary in the fandom. Everybody trying to grab them because how rare they are. But hopefully it's not collectibles. They're just something that we buy in stores in the near future. No, there's still, I think that's it. Like, let me double check here. Yeah, I talked about shirts, the keychains, the cards. Yeah, that basically it. All the merch, and all the fans are completely excited because it feels so unbelievable. Because I said it before, Villainous didn't have that much merch to actually talk about because it's sort of limited. But although that, finally we have something to actually brag about and buy, keeping our collections. Unfortunately, I could not go inside Japan. All the information you can find on Twitter, specifically Alan's own Twitter page. He tweeted out and put all the images he went to there. But other than that, that's all I can say. How you felt about all the merch? What are you excited? What you want out of this? Tell me down below. I got nothing else to say. Just thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye.